Well, hello everyone. This is Shadow the Lion Queen here, and today, well, we're gonna be doing a video game. Pretty much me doing a video game picks review, and today we got Telltale series, The Walking Dead. Now, I love The Walking Dead. You guys probably know for a full in fact that I do love The Walking Dead. I think The Walking Dead is a really awesome show, but there's also a comic book adaptation of it, which I think it's pretty cool in my honest opinion. I personally really love this. I think it's, really cool and well made. So, today I'm going to be talking about the Telltale series, which it's a video game series for those of you who don't know. And there is a couple pregnant characters in this, and some of them have, ended off on a good note, others not so great. So basically, in The Walking Dead, you do hear pregnant characters. So Maybelle, the cow on the St. John's Dairy Farm, is pregnant. However, when the dairy gets overrun by zombies, leaving the fate of Maybelle and her calf unknown, it's most likely that they have died. Although you see that in the episode Start for Help from season 1. You do see Krista is pregnant with Omid's child during the apocalypse when you first meet them. And sometime in the first episode, All That Remains, the start of season 2, after Omid's death, Krista unfortunately has a miscarriage and dies. So you also do get another pregnant woman named Anna Correa, who becomes pregnant during the apocalypse, but due to Crawford's rules, this would mean she would have to leave the community or have an abortion. So Anna, wanted to keep her baby, stabs Dr. Logan and guns down a multiple of Crawford's citizens, leaving her fate and her baby unknown and the episode around every corner. It's hard to say if she did survive or not, but we really don't know entirely. But you do know that, that something happened to her. But like I said, we don't really know entirely of what to really expect of the case. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here and just basically go on with the could be possible she's still alive, but we really don't know. And in the beginning of season 2, you do get to see a pregnant woman named Rebecca. Now she is pregnant and she is Alvin Jr.'s mother. Now, however, though, what's unfortunate is we don't really know if who's the dad, if it's Alvin's or William Carver's. Some people say it could be Alvin's, but we really don't know if that's the case. So in All That Remains, in the first episode of season 2, we do see Rebecca pregnant and a bunch of shots when it came to the this episode. I mean, Rebecca's been drawn really good, and we got a bit of character development throughout the part of season 2 of The Walking Dead. When Clementine meets the group and she sticks by with them, and eventually, later on, they get captured by, by William Carver in harm's way, and William Carver plans to keep Rebecca's child. However, Rebecca does not want him to be around his child, so they eventually overrun House, and in the episode Amid the Ruins, which is the 4th episode of season 2, Rebecca gives birth to Alvin Jr., the son. However, it's unfortunate that Rebecca unfortunately dies. Now, you guys are probably, for those of you who don't know or have not seen this play the Walking Dead games, are wondering about, what caused Alvin, well, not Alvin, but what caused Rebecca to die. Now, mainly after giving birth, She was weakened after giving birth to her son, and unfortunately, her condition did not improve as the weather worsens. Regardless if the group left the day after the baby is born or a few days later, Rebecca is unable to keep pace with the rest of the group. So, however, it's due to exhaustion, blood loss, and or hyperthermia, which caused Rebecca to unfortunately die, which is very unfortunate. But I do have to say, that it is really unfortunate that Rebecca unfortunately passed. But what's really good is that Alvin Jr. is alive. Like, he's alive throughout the rest of the series of The Walking Dead. I personally really do like this. I thought it was really neat to see, a character, one child lives, but the mother unfortunately doesn't. Now, there is another pregnant character named Jane. She becomes pregnant with Luke's child after a one-night stand. And what happens in Ties That Bind, which is the first episode of season 3 or New Frontier of The Walking Dead, you see in a flashback basically what happens. Now, this is if you choose to let Jane live. Jane finds out about the pregnancy, that she's pregnant, but she unfortunately takes her own life at that time too. So it's very unfortunate that she took her own life around that time. So yeah, needless safe to say, her baby unfortunately does not live. So that's the easiest thing you could put it at that. But yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that Jane didn't survive, but like I said, it's based on everybody's choice on if they let her live or whatever. It kind of really depends. But if you do let Jane live, she unfortunately takes her own life after finding out she's pregnant. So, yeah, it's needless to say, it's really unfortunate. But, The Walking Dead likes to do stuff like that. Now, in the comic book universe series, basically the show is, follows the same thing like as the TV show. So, yeah, that's definitely something I can definitely say, in the cartoon. So, there's definitely that, but there's also the Rick Grimes um 2000, which is another comic book series. Now, I do know it's not related to The Walking Dead, like the Telltale series, but I thought I would get that out of the way. However, in the Clementine series, it's basically the comic book series. You do know that there is an unnamed woman had a son during the apocalypse. However, there's also Olivia discovered to be pregnant with Amos's baby after she experienced symptoms that Olivia mistakes for being Walker bite effects. But of course, in the novel series, Lily Call becomes pregnant with Austin Ballard's child, but she sadly has a miscarriage in The Fall of the Governor. So, yeah, obviously, I do have to say that, you know, I definitely do like the Telltale series. I think, it's a really great series. You do get to see, hear characters pregnant throughout season 1, 2, and 3, but you don't see that in season 4. But I definitely do have to say, season 4 of the Walking Dead Telltale series is fun. I personally enjoyed it, but I also like the other seasons, like the first 3 seasons. Like the first 2 were awesome because we do get to see Clementine, you know, be more in the action, which is really something. Unfortunately, though, The Walking Dead likes to sometimes kill off pregnant characters. I don't know why they like to do that. Like I said of the when I talked about the spin-off TV series and the Walking Dead TV shows. They just love to kill off pregnant characters or something. I don't know. We really unfortunately don't know entirely, but I definitely do have to say that it could be possible, but like I said, we really don't know. Okay. I guess with that being said, and with that being the case, yeah, I definitely do recommend playing Telltale The Walking Dead. Like, the Telltale series. If you like it, you definitely will really enjoy it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you definitely will enjoy it a whole lot. And I definitely do have to say, it is really amazing. It's really well done, and I personally really enjoy a lot that came from this. It's personally a really good series. I mean, of the Telltale series. Now, as a Walking Dead fan, I personally like the Telltale series a lot better than the TV series. That's just my opinion. Like I said, that's just simply my own opinion, but you guys can have your own opinion on whatever, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, anyways, I guess with that being said and with that being the case, yeah, I definitely do have to recommend this. This is definitely a really good series. If you like video games, you definitely really gotta, add this um, to your, to your collection. The Telltale series, they're really fun. I do highly recommend it. They're a lot of fun, well made, and well done. I personally do enjoy, the characters and stuff like that. It's just flat out amazing. I personally really enjoy this a whole lot. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to say, you know, if you like the pregnant characters, but I'm going to say right now it's unfortunate that this happens, but still, it sometimes they do like to kill pregnant characters off. I don't know why, but sometimes they do. So it's definitely something. But anyways, with that being the case and with that being said, what did you guys think of the Telltale series? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm Shadow the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you do. Ring the bell for notifications when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, if you guys want to go follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on Twitter, follow me on DeviantArt, as well as follow me on my backup channel known as Mr. Shigo, as links to all those will be in the About page section, so you guys will not miss an upload, as it's really a good way to communicate with me. So, yeah, I guess with that being said, it's a pretty good pretty good episode, like, series of The Walking Dead, so I highly recommend it if you're a gamer. Anyways, with that being said and with that being the case, yeah, I'll be catching you guys on the next video. Peace out, and like always, roll the outro, because I'm out. What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Ms. Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.